You've got a campaign going on at the moment.
We do indeed, yes.
Very creative, I must say.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of fun, but yeah, a lot of preparation. But it's out there now, so we just have to see what happens.
So what you've got going on is you've got a possible.com project.
Yep.
And that's project 20103.
Yep, or if you just go possible.com/TFN, like that'll take you to the URL.
And you're trying to raise money to make a really cool film clip.
Yes.
And you've made a really cool film clip to promote that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, the amount of money that we're going for is a fairly exorbitant amount for a film clip for an independent band kind of standard. So we figure we need to, I guess, put our money where our mouth is in terms of, putting the pitch together to show that if this is the pitch, like, hopefully you can imagine what's going to happen in the clip, plus obviously the other couple of clips that we've made. Yeah, so we take it very seriously, but it's a massive sort of leap of faith, I suppose, because it is a bit of a record-breaking kind of amount of money. But yeah, we've raised over 10 grand in 2 days so far, so that's a pretty good result. Yeah, pretty good result, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, you want 45,000, and like you said, in 2 days you've raised over 10,000 already, so you're well on the way, I'd say. And
hopefully.
The song you're doing is actually about internet trolls.
It is, yes. Yeah, we wanted to have a bit of a revenge story, I suppose, because I think everyone's encountered internet trolls or haters or cyber bullies or whatever you want to call them. So this is sort of a fantastical depiction of what we do to one in a fictional world, I suppose.
So how long have 12 Foot Ninja been together? Is it just over 4 years or longer?
Yes, we sort of, the start date, we put it at 2008. There was a fair bit of planning and stuff I was doing prior to that to sort of think about, what kind of project I'd like to be a part of. And yeah, so by 2008 we had the band together and, started playing shows and stuff, so.
You've just released your debut album. When was that actually released? It's not too long ago, is it?
No, it's just November in 2012.
Right, and before you released it, you were releasing the songs or putting previews of the songs on your website with a free comic.
Yeah, so that was Project 12. How we did that was we released one track a week with a 6-page comic. So if you pre-ordered the album, we'd release sort of a digital track and a digital 6-page comic per week. You could either buy single tracks or you could purchase the whole album. So it's just a sort of different way of releasing music that hopefully, gave something different for people to kind of grab onto, I guess.
In researching you, I noticed you don't have your standard, you don't have any type of bio on your website or your Facebook or anything, but your story is actually told more so on YouTube. Yeah,
we don't really, a lot of the bio stuff, I suppose, is that sort of just surface level stuff that people need, dot points at a glance kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, the actual bio about who we are and where we come from and stuff, we just sort of, I don't know, I guess I think, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, it's more about what we're doing, and yeah, I mean, if people want to know who we are, they can always ask.
Yeah. I only knew how long you were together by looking at how long ago you started uploading videos to YouTube.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess, we just sort of focus more on the content and, I don't know, let that speak for itself. I think, we sort of have a culture in the band of trying to focus on results, like, as opposed to, a lot of talking. I think it's better just to have product.
No one can type in the band, can they?
No. We're all actually robots. So.
And because, even 4 months ago, you got a new band member and put up a cute little video introducing him.
Yeah, we got Rowan. He actually, he was from YouTube, actually. He did an arrangement of one of our songs, and we thought it was really good. And he'd actually learnt from the same guitar teacher that I learnt from, and we knew of him and his band supported us a couple of times. And yeah, we just really liked what he did, so we decided to try him out in the band. And I don't know, instead of doing a big song and dance about it, we released a mock video of this fictional character that joined the band. He's dead now, actually. He got eaten by ducks, so that's how that ended. But Rowan stayed, and we move off into the sunset, holding hands.
Well, everything you do seems to be very creative. I mean, even your music, it's some bands, they don't want to be categorised in a certain genre, but it's like nearly every song of yours can't be categorised in a genre.
Yeah, well, it has turned out that way. I mean, I think that's been the challenge for us. Like at the beginning is trying to sort of, I guess, show people that we're not confused. It's actually intentional. Like, that's what we want to do. Like, we want to use genre as a dynamic, if that makes sense. It's just a different approach to songwriting, I guess. I mean, underneath it all, there is a song, like a melody and harmony that, is present irrespective of how it's wrapped up in whatever genre. But yeah, like, I definitely think it's been a challenge for us because people say, what kind of music do you play? And you can't really respond with this, and it just sounds weird. So, people have invented words to describe our music and stuff like that, but I think we've kind of settled on a heavy fusion. So it's sort of a fusion of styles, but the reoccurring factor is different types of heaviness. It's not metal. I wouldn't call it metal, but we get put in progressive metal a lot.
The culmination of that sort of clash of styles in one song is coming for you, and even the entire film clip for that, which I'm noticing you've had over 300,000 views on YouTube for. Yeah, well, I guess that clip, when we sort of put it together, I just thought it would be really cool to visually depict the genres as well. And then, I don't know, I somehow went on a tangent, and this sub-story came about of Nick getting roofied by a sexual predator that collects porcelain dolls that sort of takes advantage of him, and somehow that was sort of in there because the music, I don't know, I just imagined it. But the actual different scenes, like we've got the funk kind of vibe, and then there's the Latin Bona Vista sort of get up, and then the metal, the typical metal clip in a abandoned warehouse with rusty machines and stuff. We thought it was kind of just a bit of a parody of the whole thing. Bit of fun. Yeah, it sounds like really that's your intention, just to have as much fun as you can.
Yeah, I think a lot of bands take themselves too seriously, and I reckon if it's not fun, it's not fun. That's fairly profound logic there, but the whole thing, I think making people laugh and enjoy it and have a light-hearted, positive kind of vibe is good. I think people come to shows not to be ear-bashed about politics or, lectured or anything like that. They just want to have a good time. They've probably been working hard all week, and it's the weekend, and they just want to have a beer and enjoy the music and have a good vibe. So I think our philosophy is just to have fun and take the piss a bit.
You've got this album that you released in November. You're working on the campaign to make a really cool video, because you've made 2 videos for this album, like proper videos. Is that right?
2 videos, and we shot a live video for another track that we haven't released yet. We're still sort of compiling all the footage. That's just like more of a homemade kind of interesting one. We did it all with a GoPro camera. So I was strapping it to my head while we were playing, and we sort of did it for all the Dead Letter Circus shows, and we shot a bit of that to our tour as well. So that's coming out. But this film clip that we're trying to make happen now, that's a pretty massive project. If we can get there, as we discussed, there's a long way to go. But I don't know, it stresses me out a bit, to be honest, because the crowdfunding thing is it's still new. It's very unknown what's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know.
At least you're going for it.
Yeah, that's it. You can't, what is it? You can, you don't fail if you don't try or something, or you don't succeed if you don't put yourself out there. One of the two, but yeah, we figure you may
You've got to have a go. You've just got to.
Exactly. Otherwise, you'll never know. And if we pull it off, like, it'd be amazing. So we're just trying to encourage people to, check out the pitch video. And I guess it's about connecting up that thing of a lot of people don't know how much film clips cost. So, I mean, the 45,000 figure that we've nominated, that's none of us are taking any money from that at all. Like, every cent is actually going into the people that we need to pull off the idea that's been created, but it's expensive. So I think hopefully people who really like the clips go, I'd like to see that happen, and then, think it's worth the price of a coffee or something, to contribute towards it, and then that's actually going to lead to it happening. But I think, I think it's hopefully the future for music is crowdfunding. Yeah, you certainly don't make any money out of selling CDs anymore.
No, unfortunately not. And
Yeah.
being creative, I mean, I think you're going to be an inspiration to a lot of other bands too.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, hopefully it shows a different way that, people can be themselves and they don't have to, have those photos where one bloke's got his leg on the wall and they're all looking in different directions and they just look like they've come from a funeral or something, It doesn't always have to be that way. So, yeah, if someone gets something out of that, then that's good.
And people can find you on Facebook at 12 Foot Ninja.
Yes, yeah.
As well as YouTube, Triple J Unearthed, and your website is 12footninja.com.
Yeah, it's a good name actually because we didn't really have to try hard to get all the URLs. There's no other 12-foot ninjas.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Don't want to run into too many of them in dark alleys.
That's it. It's a big ninja.
And I'm guessing that you came up with the name?
Yes. Yeah. It was actually after I'd been to Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum on the Gold Coast, and there's a life-size figure of, I think it's Robert Wadrow, I think that's the pronunciation. And he was over 9 feet tall, this bloke, and he was only 22 or something when he died from a toe infection. But just seeing his statue and the size of him, and I read this little story about how he was walking along and this sailor came up and tried to pull his leg off because he thought it was just a regular bloke on stilts, and he swatted him away like a bug and sent this guy airborne just because he was just the sheer size of him. And I don't know, I was just thinking, like, imagine if he became like this ultimate kind of ninja dude at that size. And imagine if, I just thought 9 foot all around, the Hulk's 10 foot, so he's got to be 2 foot taller than the Hulk because, so he can smash the Hulk basically. And then the logic kind of started flowing. Is he dexterous? Does he have stealth? And then this character kind of evolved out of it. And it was initially a joke because I rang the drummer and I'm like, what do you think about 12 Foot Ninja as a band name? And he laughed and thought, oh, it'd be good if we were 8. And then, I don't know, it just stuck with me. I thought, that's actually really cool. And then that's when all the story of 12 Foot Ninja kind of evolves, and there's a sort of a novella that we've got. It's about 8 chapters. And then we turned that into comic books and a graphic novel that we've released, a 72-page graphic novel. And a lot of the songs are inspired by the concepts in the story, which is essentially more of a fable. It's sort of about this ninja that overcomes different obstacles sort of with a principal focus, but in a ninja-type way. So there's a lot of brutal ninja fights and stuff. But, yeah, so it sort of took on, became a life in itself from the beginning.
It sounds like you just create and love it, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose. It's. I think I've got either attention deficit disorder or an overactive brain or something, but, yeah, I've got to put things down, so...
Just haven't grown up.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I ever will. That's probably a good thing.
So your album is called Silent Machine.
Yes.
And it is available through iTunes on your website and at JB Hi-Fi.
Yes. It should be available at JB. I'm pretty sure most of them stock it. Well, they should all stock it, actually.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Nothing locked in. We've got a lot of stuff up in the air at the moment, a lot of interesting bits and pieces floating around, but... yeah, there's nothing happening right now apart from this campaign and the clip, and we're writing new songs for the next album. That's kind of taking up all the time.
I was going to ask you about that before, but I thought you're too busy with this stuff to be thinking about another album at the moment.
No, I try and just go from one thing to the next, like just try and, chip away at everything. So we're definitely, writing. I've just sort of said to the dudes, I have to get off the internet, because it's amazing. We try and be really interactive and address everyone who takes the time to write to us. Because when I write to someone, I like a response. It's just a kind of human decency thing, I think. So if people take the time, we try and respond. And the more success that we get, the more time that actually takes to do. So I'm trying to get away from a couple of other guys aren't really that internet orientated, so we're trying to get them on there, and so I can get a bit more time to do other stuff. It's all good though. Yeah. You're
a ninja whether you like it or not.
That's it. I'm locked in. I don't get much sleep though. That's the other problem. So I could be asleep right now. Every reality and fiction is blurring. Maybe I'm actually losing my mind.
We're not really talking.
That's it.
And is there anything that you want to say to your fans while you've got the chance?
I could say so much. Probably at this point in time, if they like our music videos and they hate internet trolls, then check out our pitch video and, suss out some of the rewards that we've got there. And if they can't afford what we've got, you can even just put in $5. It all helps, and it'll be worth it.
Pledge some support for Aussie music.
That's it.
And a band that's actually out there trying to make it happen.
Yeah, totally. We definitely wouldn't be sort of asking for it, but I think the thing that's hard with these crowdfunding things is a lot of people assume, what's $45,000? What are you spending that on? But I've tried to list what we're actually putting where it goes. Like, that's actually on the page. So it's all literally going into the clip. So that's probably an important message I want to put across as well.
Well, probably in America that wouldn't even pay for the catering for a film clip set. So.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised actually, because I mean, the things that are most expensive in our clip are the prosthetics. Like, we've got an Emmy Award-winning prosthetic artist who, like, when we're going to make an internet troll, but it's going to be like something you'd see in Lord of the Rings. It's not going to be just your normal kind of, typical film clip quality. We're going for, cinema kind of grade, and that really costs a lot of money. So that's a big part of the expense, plus all the locations and the costumes, and the list goes on. But Subway is going to be the catering for this, so hopefully everyone eats sandwiches, because that's what they're getting.
It has been great talking to you, and good luck with your crowdfunding on Pozible.com.
Thank you very much.
And I would encourage everyone to go and check out the great film clip that you've made to get money to make a film clip on 12 Foot Ninja on YouTube.
Yep.
And your 12footninja.com, of course. Now, it has been great, and I've been, watching you forging a good name for yourself in the country, and I'd love to have a chat with you again, maybe when you release your next album or go on your next national tour. Definitely. It's been great. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time. Bye. Absolutely. Cheers. See ya.